and today we're going to make some flowery baked goods. Here I have brought together a collection of old loaf pans, the little mini baking loaf pans, in a couple of different sizes. And I've harvested some mood moss from my back garden. You'll find moss growing throughout the yard, usually under trees and on banks where there's shade and a buildup of material, natural material, whether they be leaves or twigs or branches that have fallen, and over time, as that breaks down, moss grows. So this is the nice base of moss that we're using to do our pave design. Now pave is exactly kind of what it sounds like. Pave is French for pave or to pave. So we are going to pave or pave the surface of the moss. I think this would be great if you were having the ladies over for, say, tea, the book club over, or maybe you have the grandchildren over or nieces and nephews and you're baking in the kitchen, and then in between, while things are being mixed and baked, you have preset these little containers of moss and your flowers, and you're all ready to go. Something to keep everyone busy and going while you're having a great time. So I've taken this moss and I've filled my tins, and of course I've filled the tins with water, and we're going to just take the blossoms of, as you can see here, and we've just paved the surface of that moss with these Gerbera daisies. So each one, it's almost like the icing on our cake. So I've trimmed down each little flower, and we're just going to kind of pop it into the moss there. Now, if you're not comfortable cutting with a knife freehand, or you don't have a pair of shears or scissors, you always want that good diagonal cut on the flower. It gives more intake of water, keeping the blossom hydrated, full, and fluffy. So we're just little by little, we're going to ice this cake here with these little button mums. This is a type of chrysanthemum, very long-lasting flower. And it's called a button mum. It looks like a button. So we're going to pop these in here, icing the cake here as we go along. If you have a little trouble getting the flower stem in there, use the point of your knife or a toothpick or ice pick, something to kind of open up the growth of the moth, and insert your flower there. So we almost have this little, I bet this is a lemon bar cake. Doesn't it look like a lemon bar cake to you? We just have a few more to finish this one off. And these will last quite a long while. Once the stems are cut down and you keep the moss wet and maintain them, you can even take a spray bottle of water and mist the tops. The flower blossoms will hydrate through the petals, actually, which will keep them living longer and keep them from drying out. So we're almost done with that guy there. Our next one is going to be a little sunflower mini loaf cake here. As you can see, I'm just kind of popping these right in there in the moss. The moss pulls the water up, the water retains right up into the stem of the flower. And there we go, we have that little guy finished. Next we're going to do one with ranunculus. This looks like, oh, I think lemon chiffon. It's that soft, fluffy. I love that egg yolk color of the blossom. And these will open up a little more, almost resemble a very miniature-like peony. And this is quick and simple and easy, and I think it has a lot of impact for really not a whole lot of material. A few stems of flowers in each one. And we just about have this one finished off here. And there we are. Maybe we're going to top this one off with just a little bit of, we're going to call that candied violets. The Italians and French love to candy violets. And just to give a little contrast of color. I want to thank you for joining me today here at Gardening Club, Caregiving 101. I have a spoonful of sugar for you, a little scoop of love. Take care of one another and take time to smell the flowers.